Hi, I'm Heather Sturgill, and I want to introduce you to your new home and neighborhood, and I hope you love it as much as I do. This is a picture from the best 4th of July parade in the city, obviously here in Northside, and I'm in the parade promoting the creation of a neighborhood-sized worker and community-owned grocery store, Apple Street Market, that's being built here in Northside. Two things I want to point out about the bricks. Check out the variation in color in these orange bricks. There's every color from gold to purple, and it shimmers in the sun. Look at the north side also. The previous owner hand painted the side bricks to look like the front, even the grout. We clear coated it about every 8 years because we thought it was so cool. Speaking of the previous owner, one of the first things you'll notice when you enter are the murals going up the steps, along the walls, and in front of you at both the top of the steps and far end of the foyer. These were also painted by the previous owner, Rudolph Rengers. Rudolph's Master Artisan Certificate was shellacked to the basement wall. Unfortunately, it isn't anymore, and neither are some of the other murals that were down there. Though we tried to save a few, and I think we might have one stored in the basement at the house that you can see. Anyway, Helga, the youngest daughter of his 5 children, told me that the family lived in the park gazebo that's featured in several of the murals after their home was destroyed towards the end of World War II, from about 1945 to August 3rd, 1953. She said she thought the name of the park was Anlaga, but it was definitely in North Rhine-Westphalia. I found a park called Anlage Grüne Mitte, but it was south of Frankfurt in Groß-Zimmern, so I don't think that was it. Anyway, a friend thought that the church painted in the distance through the, air quotes, window in the foyer might be St. Joseph in Munster. And while you're looking at the rest of the house, I wanted to point out its versatility. With the large double doors and pocket doors, your front room could be very, very open. Or the house could easily be converted back to having a smaller mother-in-law suite on the first floor and a separate larger suite on the second and third floor. And you can do this by closing off the doors in the front and middle rooms. Thereby, the convertibility of the front room turning into the possibility of being a library, living room, or bedroom. And this middle room could then be either a formal dining room, if it weren't converted back to a 2-family, or a living room, if it were a smaller mother-in-law suite. The kitchen is brand new. There's a desk for bill paying, or for kids to do homework. The desk and countertop are beautiful granite, and there's all new stainless steel appliances. Oh, and there's under cabinet task lighting. And there's plenty of room for a nice sized kitchen table. And I'm going to brag on this and the upstairs bathroom a bit. This new bathroom has a European curbless shower. This allows for visits from grandma and gives room for her scooter or wheelchair. And you could turn around and there's room for assistance in bathing if there's a shower chair. So it's nice. Anyway, there's glass accent border around the tile, and there's a nightlight under the medicine cabinet. Oh, and the idea of leisurely reading a book by candlelight while soaking in a bubble bath in this beautiful clawfoot tub sounds heavenly to me, which is why I designed it this way. So this new bathroom also has an elegant pedestal sink, and the matte black tile is solid colored all the way through. So if there is ever a scratch or scruff, it can be sanded out. The matte black tile is accented by shiny white subway tile. And again, we come back to versatility options if the first floor were to be a mother-in-law suite. This room could obviously be a bedroom, or a living room. This front room could be the master suite bedroom or dining room. And this cute room off of the master suite bedroom, dining room, could either be a studio office or converted back to a kitchen. Here's the other side of the studio office or kitchen conversion. I would be happy to share the previous layout. Just ask the realtor to give you my contact info. This is the third floor and a really nice size area between the front and back bedrooms. I used it as a craft area, but could easily see a play area for kids or a cozy reading nook. It also has a big cedar closet. This is the third floor front bedroom. The sunset through these windows are beautiful. And this is the third floor back bedroom. Though shown with a twin, we very comfortably had a queen bed on the same wall, a dresser where the desk is with a TV on it, and a chest of drawers on the wall not visible from this picture, so it'd be behind you if you were standing where the picture was taken. And this is the third floor back bedroom closet with room for long items along the back, short items on the right, a ton of space for shoes and more drawer space. Now for my favorite spaces. This back deck, small enough to feel intimate, but large enough for party guests. Two things of note when we rebuilt the back deck. It is now even with the threshold to the kitchen, and the short railing on this side can be lifted up and slid into the front, blocking the stairs. This provides two easy conversion options if grandma visits or you convert, making an in-law suite. Temporary option could be a portable 10-foot folding ramp off of the side back area that you're seeing, or a permanent option could be a ramp that comes off the porch and goes across the back of the house, turns, and comes back across. This provides accessible entree without being visible from the front, therefore not stigmatizing or revealing any vulnerability to anyone just walking by. Inarguably, this is one of the best backyards in Northside. It feels so private and secluded, small enough to be easily maintained, but big enough for parties with lots of people. Oh, and the tree in the corner is a weeping cherry with beautifully amazing white blooms in the spring. It sets off the whole yard so beautifully. And before I go on to the Northside general information, I also wanted to point out that the house is so solid. This wasn't just a throw stuff on the walls and make it look pretty just on the surface. We actually replaced all of the wiring and the plumbing. So tons of work are done. It is solid from the inside, all the way to the inside, all the way out. So it's not one of these flipper houses where they just do surface work. It's solid and it's going to last you 100 years. Now about the community. This place is super convenient for you. Family Dollar is only 2 blocks south. The Marathon gas station is only 1 block east. Mount Airy Forest is only 1.7 miles away, about a 40-minute walk, and has Ohio's only wheelchair-accessible public treehouse, an enclosed dog park, disc golf, an arboretum, 2 forest lodges, 3 picnic areas that can be reserved, 2 council areas for organized youth group overnight camping, and 23 picnic areas complete with tables, charcoal grills, and swing sets. Then there's the McKee Community Recreation Center. It is less than half a mile away, about an 8-minute walk, and has a spacious fitness center, gymnasium, complete computer lab, outdoor garden plots for rent, a senior club, teen group, youth programs, adult classes, a pool, a spray ground, and a playground. And the community council meets here the 3rd Monday of the month. There's also a full service, or will be, a full-service neighborhood-sized worker and community-owned grocery store that's being built only about just over a half-mile away. And then the business district starts also just over a half-mile away from your doorstep to about a mile at the far end past the BP. There's stuff for kids, retail, entertainment, a hardware store, mom and pop diners, fast food, sports bars, fancy restaurants, coffee shop and ethnic restaurants, craft supply, billiards club, workout, training facility, skate shop, bike shop, furniture and appliance shops, and a place to get handmade, tailored apparel, as well as a variety of bars, pubs, and clubs. And this is events. Northside is full of events, and it's a very active neighborhood, so I highly recommend that you see these. The 4th of July happens every year, rain or shine, and it's been happening for, I think, over 100 years. It happens on the 4th of July, unless the 4th is on a Sunday. Then it's another day, but every other year is on the 4th. Then there's the Rock and Roll Carnival that usually happens right around the same time as the 4th of July. And there's summer streets that we've had where they block off Hamilton Avenue from Poland to BP, and there's people skateboarding and walking and bicycling and dancing in the streets and just having lots of fun with lots of other side events, and oh, it's just incredible. And then there are the nonprofits. I highly recommend that you get involved. They're lots of fun. There's the community council, as I said before, it meets the 3rd Monday of every month. Then there's the business association, and Happen Inc. is a nonprofit that is focused on kids and science and learning. And they have other things as well. There's Wordplay, also focused on children, but it's making words and language fun. And they also do tutoring. So does Happen. They're just the best nonprofits in the city, I think. There's Mobo Bikes. It's a bike co-op. They help you make your own bike, do repairs. They do stuff for kids, safety classes, and then they also get together and do group bike rides. And there's also the Village Green, which is a co-op sort of thing having to do with planting.